And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that.
Let's! Here we go!
The give to the single back. Spins away from one. Oh, my, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On the run, it's Wiggins. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
To the air, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work.
On the ready.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Flare. Flare. Ready.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
That's a nice looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Ready.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down.
Get set. Get set.
To the ground. He's got it again. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
On the double.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
Flare. Flare. Cricket.
Anderson wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Got it.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop.
55 weak. Ready.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25.
Okay.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
Hey, Cam.
That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
29 Philly. Terrier. Dino. Gaucho.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh my, he just shanked that one. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Slab. Go.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Ready up.
2nd and 10 after the previous play.
Read up. Read up. Cobra. Cut. Ready, go.
From the gun, the ground game. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? Spin, still running. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And the Rebels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
On the ready.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Here we go.
The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Ready.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On the double.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that first down marker. Just a bit short.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggum thing.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long.
25.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back.
Okay.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Ready.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
Check.
Quarterback keeper. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40.
Okay.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
Black 24.
And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40.
Spider.
They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Ready. Break.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
Razor. Hornet. Come on, set.
To the air, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20.
Ready up.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Cricket.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
On the ready.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Pound 55 weak.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Set.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
42 Spider.
They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an
On the
RPO.
double.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down.
Cut it. Cut it. Set. Hut. Gaucho. Gaucho.
Anderson will throw. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got it.
The Canes are marching down the field.
Set. Ready. Under.
Motion from the offense.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Okay.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing it.
Ready.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10.
Lasso. Belly stutter. Ready, go.
He wants to throw. Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Double right.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Anderson wants to throw. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
They're trying to go to the slant. It's a quick hit play, not able to come up with it, incomplete.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Jackrabbit. Convoy. Ready.
Give to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's open. Hit the afterburners, kid. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
On the ready.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Here we go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now on the move. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Spider.
Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
Igloo. Arrow.
To the air, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ready.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's not what the offense was expecting, but it's perfect, right? You just want to run the ball, come out of your own end zone, create some space. Boom, I'll do you better. I'll give you a 1st down, move that ball way down the field, create a lot of space.
Cut. Cricket. Yankee blue.
Right back to the well. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Anderson will throw. He slings it deep to the left. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Quarterback will keep it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Easy. Basic.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Got it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A low line drive and short kick. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
Black 24. Black 24. Set.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Okay, ready?
They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it.
Ready?
Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense.
Lasso! Lasso!
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready?
Now on second down.
Set. Go!
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
691, Gator Spark, Griffin, Acorn.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining, I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Makes the grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Go! Ready, go!
Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Belly stutter.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Let's. Lizzie. Ringo.
The corners are walked up tight.
Flair. Rita. Cut.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Got it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Yankee blue. Hornet. Acorn. Here we go. Ready.
To the air, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Black 24.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line?
Okay, ready?
I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, if you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive. Touchdown, Rebels! They take the lead with the 6.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the ready.
First down here for the offense.
Spider.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Ready.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Igloo.
Anderson wants to throw. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
On the double.
A third and long coming up here.
Cricket.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the fifth time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
Got it.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Easy. Ready, go.
He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
ready?
And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs.
Cut it. 42 Spider.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Griffin. Logger. Gorilla. Hawk.
On second down, wants to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Belly stutter. Go. Logger. Tuna. Pilot. Arrow. Ready.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. The sure hands, it's Lee. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Lion. Dino.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Jackrabbit.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Runs through a tackle. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
On the double.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Set. Ready.
Anderson will throw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls. Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
The give and tick, 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 tick. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season,